Hello friends, welcome back to Rebel Inspiration. We're still taking our quarantine workouts any way we can. So today we're going to use the stairs. If you actually have a step bench and you want to grab it, go for it. Just remember that you need a nice clean space around you. Make sure there's nothing for you to trip up your feet on, any rugs or anything like that. So just think about that placement of the foot. You want to make sure your heel gets on top of the steps. So we want to be careful. We want to have a good time. We're going to get warmed up. So turn to face those stairs. Roll those shoulders back, stand tall, stand proud. We're just gonna start with an alternating tap. So you're gonna step on the step, tap the other foot, step back down, up, down, down, step, tap, down, down, step, tap. Now you wanna think about your feet hip width apart, not the frame of those hips, the sits bones, the actual bony part of the hip at the bottom. We bring it up, we bring it down. Grow tall as you lift up through the crown of the head. Let's anchor those shoulders down and away from the ears. If you're anything like me, tend to stay a little tight in the neck and the shoulders and can keep ourselves a little bit scrunched up there. So elongate as much as you can. We're gonna keep these up taps going, get the blood flowing, get the heart rate up, warm up the muscles. Step, tap, down, down. Everything we do on the bench or the stairs can be done flat on the ground. So don't hesitate to bring it down a notch if this is better for you in any way. Heel ball toe, up, down, down. Now, anytime you're doing step work, we have a tendency to want to look down for safety, but try to get your bearings and then bring that gaze back up if you can. Let's do 4, 3, give me 2 more, 1 more. Now we're just gonna go up, up, down, down, basic step. Up, up, down, down. Same foot, leading the way up, leading the way down. Down, down, step, step, down, down, up, up. So you move at your own pace here. Feel free to slow it down. Feel free to jog it if you want. We're still warming up, so you might take a few minutes to get into that jog. You know your body. Listen to it. Good, for 4, for 3. We're gonna stay on this same lead leg and we're gonna step up but lift the opposite knee. Step, knee, tap, back. Step, knee, tap, back, up. Now it's really important here to keep that upper body tall. So even as that foot taps back, we wanna think about lifting up, balancing a book on the crown of the head. The knee comes up towards the height of the hip, maybe a little higher, or maybe not quite so high. Just play around with it. Focus on your range of motion. For 4, for 3, for 2, give me 1 more. Back to that basic step. Take it up, 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 down, down. Good. We're hip width apart. We're stepping softly so that our joints stay nice and happy. We've got 4, 3, 2. We're gonna tap change to the other leg. Basic step, up, down, up, down. We try to keep these arms moving so that we can burn more calories, get a little bit more out of the workout. Nice big step up. Think about a little tension between those shoulder blades as you stand tall. A little humid this morning. I'm already sweating. Give me 1 more here, then we're going to do that step lift with the knee. So bringing the opposite knee up, tap to the ground. Knee up, tap to the ground. Up, back. That's it. Find that range. You can lift as high as you comfortably can without overarching the back or losing that balance. Pull through the core, lengthen from the hip. Got a few more on this leg. Last 2. We're going back to that basic step. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So just keep that rhythm right here for a minute. We got 4 more. 3, 2. Now we're going to take it to an alternating knee lift. Step up, lift the knee, step down, lift the knee. Down, down, step, knee, down, down, step, knee. Line it up, lift it up. Nice controlled pull through the midline of that body. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, give me one more. Now we're just gonna march it on the ground. Hold that march right here. Center, lifted, good. Now, stay on the ground, just tap the toe to the top of the bench. Up, up, top of the step, top of the bench, top of the morning to ya. Lift up, lightly tap, up, down, up, down. Good. Just let those arms move forward and back. You can fully extend them. You can keep the range of motion small. We just want them moving. Good, you got a few more right here. Take it up, down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Staying with the same lead leg, V steps. It's a nice and wide V, up onto that step and back down. Up, up, down. So the wide part is on the step, the narrow part of the V is on the ground. Think about bringing those feet together. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Stay with those V steps. Maybe you sink a little deeper once you get a move under control. That range of motion is a good way to build on the intensity. 4, 3, 2. Same lead leg, steps up onto the step, knee repeater. Hold it. Your goal here is to stay nice and low. Feel that body weight, load it up in that front heel, drive the knee up towards the belly button, and then reach that leg back, back, and back, and back, and reach it. We've got 8, it should be a little burn. 6, 5, we've got 4, 3, 2, step it down to the ground, down, and march, and march. So this should change our lead leg. Lift it up, and up, and up. Good, hold that march for me here. Now I want you to squat it down. Take it, squat, and reach, and squat. Push your weight back in your heels. Drive that tailbone behind you. Squeeze those arms out to the side. Squat, and rise. Squat, and rise. Come on, you got 8 more. How low do you want to sit? Keep the knees behind the toes. Keep the chest proud. For 4, for 3, for 2. Give me one more. V steps. Take it up and back and up and back. Wide step to that narrow V. We lift up, we push back. Keep it up. Again, create that depth if you want it. Squatting a little lower in that step. Up, back, up, back. 4, 3, 2. Give me one more. Here comes that tap repeater. Set the weight in. The knee might come up or the toe might just tap. It's all about creating that depth. Find it, work it. Load the weight in the heel. Keep the knee behind the toe. Keep those eyes looking forward if you can. And breathe through it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. March it down to the ground. Hold that march. Feet hip width apart. Knees rising. Arms are pumping. In 4, 3, squat it down. Take it down and up. Think about that form in the squat. We want to protect our back. We want to protect our knees. Weight in the heels. Torso lifted. Down, up, down, up. Come on, give me 2 more here. And then we're going to hang out in the bottom half. Take it to some pulses. Arms go up. Hold it right here. Now, if these arms are uncomfortable, bring them back here. Or you might even put them on the hips. All good. We're hitting that low zone. We're putting that weight into the heels Wiggling those toes around just a wee bit in the shoes. Feeling it. Feel the burn. Good. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to march it out. Woo. There we go. Hold that march for me. Now, I want you to turn to face me, and your inside foot is going to be the one that goes up onto that step for me. Step and lift. Step it down. Up, down, up. Now these feet should be parallel to each other. So when you step down, think about that distance. We don't want to go too far in front, too far behind, right off, right up. Ooh, that breeze feels good. Up, down, up, down. Now your option is going to be to stay with this basic up tap, or if you're feeling comfortable, we're going to step and lift, step and lift. So again, tap the step, or abduct through the hip, up, down, up, down. You want to be nice and soft through those feet, trying to minimize the sound of that step up and down. Come on, let's get 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to step up and hold those pulses. Pulse it. Woo! Almost lost my balance there. Don't be afraid. It's going to happen. Simply stop, readjust, make sure you're in a good, safe position. You should start to really feel that burning in that hip, working through that abduction. Good. For 4, for 3, for 2, march it down. Woo! Nice little burn there. Now you're going to turn and put your back to the step, and then you have the choice of doing these lunges on the ground, doing it 1 foot on the bottom step, or maybe up a little higher for our staggered lunge. Step it back. We want to make sure we're squaring those knees and that hip forward. We want to make sure this front foot is far enough forward that the knee doesn't pass the toes in that lunge. Down and up. Now you might have to stop and readjust to see how it feels. And again, you can do these lunges on the ground versus up here in that staggered position. Squeeze. Press through this heel and keep that knee soft at the top of the lunge. Arm lines are optional. I want you to focus on those feet and let those arms move naturally. Ooh. Now we're feeling it. Down and up, down and up. Stay with it. 3. We're going to challenge our balance a little bit. We're going to shift that weight forward into that front leg and just try to hold. Your head reaches in one direction. Your heel reaches in the other. We call this our airplane. Nice big stretch, fingertip to fingertip, head to toes. Hold it. Hold it. Touch down that foot if you need to for balance. Build up to the duration if you can. 3, 2, lift it up. Turn the other way to that step. We're going side steps, up and down. So shoulders over hips, crown of the head lifting. Whole foot onto that step for me. And then bring that foot down, up, down, up, down. Now remember, this is going to be your option. Feel free to stay with this up tap, or feel free to take it to that leg lift. Reach the heel outward, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and work multiple muscle groups at one time. Up, down, up, down. Feet are parallel. Nice, good controlled moves. Squeeze, squeeze. Give me 4 more here in this abduction. 4, 3, 2. We're getting ready for those pulses. To the top and hold. Lift, lift. Try not to lean too far to the side. You want to stay in that center. Feel that work. Pull from the hip. Squeeze into the backside. Up and out. Reach. One side might be bigger than the other. Just go with it. Just a few more. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it down. Turn your back to the stairs. Again, you might do these lunges on the ground. You might do it on the bottom stair versus that higher elevation. Hips, shoulders squared, and when you're ready, sink into it. Breathe as you push up, we exhale. We inhale and we sink. Feel that tension. Now one knee might feel better than the other. The hips, the knees, the back, gotta listen to your body. So if you do one side elevated and the other one needs to be lower, that's okay. You can work, build up the strength, build up the control, try to even it out as you improve. Let that breath push all the way up. Good, starting to get that burn. Keep it up, keep it up. Oh yeah, now we're talking. For 4, for 3, for 2, give me one more, give me one more. Excellent, step it down, shake out those legs, give it a nice little march, march it out. All right, we're back to facing those stairs, gang. Hopefully you're sweating like me at this point. Those feet are hip width apart. We're gonna set that right foot on the step and let the left foot tap nice and long to the side. So it goes up, tap, back, tap. So it's a long lateral tap, up, down, up, tap, step down, up. Good. So you saw me look down for a little bit, and then you see that gaze, try to lift back up. Help you work on that posture. Definitely been a goal for mine in May. Lift, lift. Come on, let's do a few more right here. Up, down, up, down. 3, 2, give me one more. Good, hold it here. March it out. Lift those knees up. Now we change legs. Step and tap, and down, up, and down. Again, readjust, one side to the other. Whole foot on the step if you can. You're really trying not to have a cliffhanger. We don't want those heels hanging off the back. Your step might not quite be big enough. Just really be careful. These are a little bit wider stairs, so it's kind of nice after this foot grew a whole size, having that little 6-year-old in there. Up, down, up, down. Good, come on, you got a few more. Long, anchored. 4, 3, 2, give me one more. Back to that march on the ground. Lift those knees up and march it out. That's it. Stand tall. We're gonna step up onto that step and hold it there. Right onto the step. And from here, we're gonna take the feet hip width apart, sit down into a little bit of a squat, and tap the ground. Tap the ground. Now, if this is uncomfortable on the stair, your option is right here on the ground. No worries there. Tap, tap. The lower we sit in this knee bend, a little more toning you're gonna get. Now, if you're going for a little more tempo and you want a little more cardio versus the toning, then you might take it here to that split tap. Up to you. Out, and tap, and tap. Come on, breathe into it. Try to let those legs lengthen from the hip. Squeeze it back in. Tap, and tap. Out, and in. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay on top of the stairs. Tap it down, lift, tap, pull, tap, lift, tap, rise. Bench to floor. Ground, lift, ground, step, ground, lift, ground, step. Now notice that upper body. I'm trying to keep it as still as I can so we can really get this burn in that lower leg and really feel that core engaged to help protect your back. Now, if you need to rest from these at any time, do so. Your back, super important to listen to it. 2, give me one more. This leg should be burning. There's no rest for the weary. We switch. Tap, lift, tap, rise, tap, lift, tap, step, ground, lift. Weight in the heel, torso proud. Now this side is at a disadvantage. It's gonna fatigue a little faster because it's already done the leg work with the lifts on the other side. So make sure that weight stays back into the heel. You keep that knee behind the toes. Protect those joints. Squeeze, tap, squeeze, tap. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna step it all the way down. Woo. Shake out those legs. Take a deep inhale. Forward stepping lunges on the ground or up onto that front stair. Lunge, lunge. Feet again, hip width apart. We step back with control. We want to make sure we're not swinging the body around. It's all about movement with precision. Down and up. And this one can be a little bit easier to push too far back. So make sure that heel is still landing onto that step for me. Down and up, down and up. Drive through the hips, lift through the chest, push through the heel. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, hands go behind the head, tip forward, stand up. Work through that nice long push, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back. Excuse me. Those knees are soft. And I believe I owe you an airplane on the other side here. So we're gonna have to even that up at some point. Pull the belly in, elongate the torso for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's take that airplane to the other side, even it up. Sorry about that, gang. That's what happens when you're thinking so hard about what's coming next. Press the head forward, drop the shoulders down, lengthen through that back heel. Feel body stretch and grow. Might be a little wobbly, that's okay. Good, take one last deep breath in. Let that exhale lift you up. Arms up, arms down. All right, shake out those legs. Gonna hit just a little bit of upper body here. So we're gonna turn and put those hands onto the step. Now, if this bothers your wrist, you can always grab the arms overhead and just bend and squeeze the tension into the triceps for that overhead extension versus these tricep dips. Down and up. You want to get your hands in as narrow as you can. You want to point those elbows straight behind you. Kind of let your butt just hover right over those stairs if you can, and then push it up. Squeeze. Now, the further your feet go out, the heavier the body weight. So modify as you choose. Squeeze it, down and up. Good, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, give me one more. We're gonna set our hips down. We're gonna lean back and try to pick those feet up in our balancing boat pose. Shoulders anchored, collarbones lifting. Whew, get away from me, mister. Mister. Can you squeeze those thighs together? Hold it. Had a little bit of a hiatus this last week, so it feels good to be back into a sweaty routine. Hope you've enjoyed it thus far. Gonna take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Let that exhale lower those feet down, and you guessed it, second set of tricep dips. Shoulders pulled back and down, elbows squeezing towards one another. Body weight lowering with control. Another way to do this is to put your hips down and lean back into it. You might have to put them on the same step, a little harder here, so we don't have a whole lot of room. Hey, don't sting me, get away. Sorry about that, had a little friend. Squeeze, squeeze. Come on, we got this. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hips down. Find that balance. Get away from me. It really likes me. I guess my sweat is sweet. Chest up, shoulders depressed. Hold it. Now your option is going to be to stay here. Put the hands down if you need support. Put the hands at the thighs if you need a little more support. Or We can take an alternating tapping boat pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, tap and tap. Really pay attention to your lower back here. You gotta support, gotta feel that strength. Build it up, rest when you need to. We've got 8, 7, 6. Oh, they're getting heavy. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring those feet down. Now we're gonna lift those hips up, sit a little higher on that step, and start to stretch. Cross that leg into that figure 4 stretch. Now if you're not used to doing a little bit of step up work, probably gonna feel it in your calves. So we'll stretch those out here as well, but you might stretch a few more times throughout the day just to allow yourself to reduce that soreness with any delayed onset muscle soreness. Exhale into the stretch, knee opening. Let's change legs. Cross it over. A little tighter in this hip. You might be in the same boat. Try to relax into the breath. Appreciate the hard work your body just put in. Note areas that might need a little bit of improvement. Allow yourself to focus on those so that your body can work to its optimal potential. Take your time, step on up. We're going to turn to face those stairs and put that heel on the step, stretch those hamstrings. You want to square those hips up, push the tailbone back, flex that foot a little bit, and lengthen through the back of that leg. Then we're going to bend that knee, push the hip forward, hold that stretch there. Gently press it back, change legs, hamstring stretch first, hips and shoulders squared, foot flexed, torso on the angle. Pull that belly in though. We're still focusing on that scoop of the navel, that elongated spine, and an even elongated leg because you're pushing that sits bone back, really driving the length of that hamstring. Bend that front knee, push forward. Hold that stretch for me there. Now really when it comes to the stretch of the calf, whichever one feels more comfortable for you, you might prefer it to stretch with the toe on the bottom of the stair, at the top of the stair, and the heel on the ground, and lean your body weight into that front foot. Or you might prefer to put the toe on the edge of the step and let that heel hang down. Decide whichever one feels better and just hold that stretch. And switch. Take a deep breath. Think it through. Let the exhale, let go of any negative energy. Just be appreciative. I know I am, and I thank you so much for checking out Rebel Inspirations workouts. Have a great day.